Okay, fight fans, it seems that UFC 194 is over, and what can you say about that? I mean, 13 seconds in the first round. Did Mystic Mac really call that? We're not sure about that, but still, we'll probably take some lottery numbers from this guy. I mean, this fight has been a long time coming between Conor McGregor and Jose Aldo. I mean, from the Go Big tour and everything, just the amount of ridicule and the amount of taunting that Conor McGregor has just given to Jose Aldo throughout the whole entire thing. And then he comes out, and I'm going to have to say this is a complete embarrassment for Jose Aldo to actually just go ahead and lose like this. Jose Aldo seemed to be loosening up the closer he got to fight time, but really, did all of that taunting and everything get in his head? It didn't seem like it, but from what we saw yesterday night, that did not seem like Jose Aldo. And that's not an excuse for him to get an immediate rematch, because Conor McGregor just took him out. And sure, some people are going to say that was just a lucky knockout punch or whatever they've got to say about that, but seriously, that was just a devastating blow that he wasn't going to come back from in the first place. I mean, we got Idol Portal just back there taking a good amount of credit there for Conor McGregor's movements. I mean, we're not sure if that actually helped a lot here, but I mean, he trained extensively with Conor McGregor, so there definitely had to be something there that gave him that little bit of an extra push, but an extra push enough to get a one-punch knockout over Jose Aldo, who's been basically unbeaten for 10 years. I just don't know. It just doesn't seem that likely. I mean, you got to be a truly special guy to knock out somebody like Jose Aldo, who is just not easily, defeated. He's never been knocked out in his whole entire career. The way that Conor McGregor has been putting on a striking clinic from start to finish just goes to show that he is on another level of all these UFC fighters here. Because this seriously leaves no doubt as to where Conor McGregor stands in the featherweight division. I mean, he just crushed Jose Aldo, who has just demolished Chad Mendes multiple times. And this just completely removes Chad Mendes out of the whole featherweight title picture for a very long time, especially after he just lost to Frankie Edgar just recently. I mean, and then also let's talk about Aldo saying that he wants an immediate rematch with Conor McGregor after that fight. We're going to have to be very honest here and say Aldo should not get the immediate rematch. You just do not get an immediate rematch after such an embarrassing defeat. And maybe that's the personal opinion of some of us over here, but we've just never seen it happen. Even Ronda Rousey went on autopilot for at least 2 rounds, and that just goes to show her toughness. Jose Aldo just took the hit and went flat out. And maybe my memory might not be the greatest here, but I'm gonna have to call that the fastest championship loss in the history of the UFC. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. So where does this leave Aldo after such a crushing defeat? I mean, he can't stay in the division if he's not gonna get an immediate rematch. I mean, he's definitely going to have to take at least one fight before he gets that rematch with Conor McGregor. I mean, this would probably be a good time for Jose Aldo to move up a weight class and let Kenan Barao stay in the featherweight division and see what he can do there. Because Jose Aldo himself said that he has a couple more fights left in him and he is definitely not going to retire. So he needs to really decide and pick where he's going to go with his next career opportunities. And seeing Jose Aldo as a fighter, we as MMA fans know that if Jose Aldo decides to say, he is definitely going to make a comeback and it's going to be noticed. But while all of that's going on, the next matchup to make for Conor McGregor is definitely Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar just demolished Chad Mendes, as I said, and I mean, he looked like a tactical magician out there and just completely flattened out Chad Mendes. And yes, even faster than Conor McGregor did. When is the last time has anybody seen Frankie Edgar get KO'd or TKO'd? And that answer is never. But sure, fans could argue that Frankie Edgar lost to Jose Aldo, who just basically lost in 13 seconds, and that doesn't look very well for a fight with Conor McGregor, but really, who else is there? And Frankie Edgar just made his statement for the title contender. I mean, if you know somebody else, please let us know. So where does this leave Conor McGregor? So far, he hasn't stated anything about moving up the division, giving Aldo the rematch, or anything. He's issued Aldo and his fans a nice comeback soon card, you know, in one of his videos, and it's just one of those things that's going to keep fans on the edge of their seats because people want to see more of Conor McGregor. And there's just a highly unlikely possibility that the UFC is going to allow Conor McGregor to have the championship in the featherweight division and then go up a division and also take that belt there. Well, if he can. Because if you think about this from the UFC perspective, they can't sell an Aldo rematch because of the way that he lost that fight. So the value in the stock of Frankie Edgar just went out exponentially here, since his value to a Conor McGregor fight will actually be more than Jose Aldo at this current time. So that's it for us, fight fans. I mean, give us your thoughts, give us your opinions here. I mean, was this the luck of the Irish, or was this actual Conor McGregor skill that leaves no doubt in the minds of UFC fans that he is probably one of the greatest and probably going to stay the greatest in the featherweight division, or something else? Let us know. But as always, this is G here with MMA Hype Watch, and don't forget to like and subscribe.